I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking?
The story like slowly builds their relationship. I did not expect to love it as much as I did.
I am regretting this decision. Okay, today we are reorganizing my bookshelves. I had never done this on camera before, and I am a little bit worried because reorganizing my bookshelves brings out the absolute worst in me. I get cranky, I get mood swings, I just like nothing is working, nothing looks like I want it to. Yeah, that's what happens when I reorganize my bookshelves. I have a foolproof plan with breaks. I think I want to organize by author and by genre because over the past few months I had it just color coded, like just color, and then I had genre but color coded within the genre. But I'm done with that. I'm sorry. The aesthetic Pinterest photos were nice with the color coded bookshelves, but it's not very useful and it's kind of annoying. So we are organizing by genre and author, and we're just trying to make it all fit. It shouldn't be a huge problem because I have some bookshelf space right now because I recently got this bookshelf. I know it's already full, but it's not really full. Like there's spaces. I can make it work. So I have new books. I have a lot more romance books. I filmed a bookshelf tour. I think it was a year ago now, almost, because I filmed it last summer. So when I filmed that bookshelf tour, my bookshelves looked very different. And I had a lot less books, a lot less romance books specifically, because I think at that time I had like a small romance section. I had some L. Kennedy books, and it was kind of limited to that. But now... Now I have two full like shelves tiers of romance books at the moment. So I'm gonna go through that. I just want it to look better. I want it to be more organized. I want it to look a little bit more how I want it. I don't even know what I want, guys. This is gonna be chaotic, that's for sure. But I have a plan. Back to the plan. I'm going to take all the books off my bookshelves, which in itself is a workout because when I last counted how many books I had 318 books or so, and since then I've added at least 30 books to the pile, so I probably have about 350 books to be taking off my shelves, and that in itself is a very large workout. So I'm going to start with taking those books off the shelves. And then we are going to go to Starbucks. My sister and I are going to go to Starbucks. We're going to stop by the library. I have been obsessed with the library lately because I have been in love with going to the library lately. It's kind of the problem. I get so many library books. Like this shelf is just library books. I mean, it's better for my budget because I'm not buying the books. But I still don't think it's the ultimate scenario because I don't know if I'm going to get through them all. I just grabbed all these romances off the shelves and a few fantasy and was like, I can definitely read this. And then the time comes where I need to read them because they're almost overdue. And I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? We'll come back from the library and Starbucks, hopefully with no new books because I really, really, really don't need more library books at the moment. And we will start placing things on the shelves genre by genre, come up with a general plan. I want to keep my romance in the same section, and I want to keep my fantasy in the same section, but I think I'm going to make things a little bit more lyrical, put everything together, because I currently have one bookshelf books I haven't read, and one bookshelf books I have read, because I have a lot of books I haven't read due to binge buying at library book sales, okay? I'm just that girl. I'm gonna have to take some trinkets off the shelves because, if we're being honest, I'm running out of room. A little bit. Just a little bit. It's not really full, like there's spaces. I can make it work. So I'm sure by this intro, you can already tell I'm a very interesting person. If this is your first time here, please stay a while. I am so happy to have you here. I hope this video is worthy of your standards. And if you're interested to see more from me, you're welcome to check out my Pinterest, Instagram, or Goodreads, where I'm always posting pictures, reviews, reels, videos, that sort of good stuff. Also, a little reading update. Actually, I should do this right now. I went to the library and I picked up a bunch of cheesy romances. And I read Won't Love You Back, The Game Won't Love. Just looking it up on my Goodreads because now I'm that person who forgets the books she read 2 or 3 days ago. I mean, it's a rite of passage, really. Okay. It's called The Game Can't Love You Back. It is about 2 people who really hate each other. They're both on the same baseball team. They're competing for a trophy. They're both really good at what they do. And they're both really stubborn. So, of course, it's a little bit of an enemies to lovers thing going on there. Honestly, I think it's worth the read. I wouldn't go into it looking for something in-depth or something groundbreaking, but it's not that long. And you just skim through it and you enjoy, like, the fun time that it is. So, yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good use of my time. And then I read The Upside of Falling, which is actually fake dating. And if you don't know this about me already, and I don't know how you would know this, but fake dating is my favorite trope ever made. I love it so, so much. So, honestly, that book was a little bit of a disappointment. I'm not sure if I would recommend it or not. It had an interesting take on divorce and how it affects a child, and I really enjoyed reading it for that purpose. I wasn't super invested in the romance or the fake dating aspect, and I felt like it was way too short-lived. If you're fake dating, it's got to go on for at least 250 pages, in my opinion. I mean, it's not fake dating if it doesn't last a while. And then I read Love Theoretically. I read 300 pages of this in one night. It's academic rivals to lovers. I am so happy I bought this. I loved it much more than The Love Hypothesis, surprisingly. It was really enjoyable. I wrote a review on my Instagram, Pinterest, and Goodreads for this book. So you're welcome to go check that out if you're interested. But it's a pretty cool book. I found it pretty awesome. The chemistry with the couple was really great. The book boyfriend, Ali Hazelwood knows how to write fictional men. Let me just say that. So definitely worth the read. Ali Hazelwood has talent if you're unaware. So I would definitely suggest picking up this book, even though it's not fake dating. I would definitely suggest picking up this book before The Love Hypothesis because I enjoyed it a lot more. Currently reading another library romance that's actually a lot deeper than I expected, so I'm kind of coasting at this one chapter right now. This is about 2 people who hate each other and are super competitive about every little thing. So it's called Winner Take All. I find it a little bit frustrating, honestly. I'm reading it and I don't know if I like it or not yet, and I'm 150 pages in. So I don't know what that means. So I'm 3 books into reading this month, and only one of them was on my July TBR, if you did watch that video. But I have high hopes. I think it's gonna go great. Enough about my recent reads. We are going to go organize the bookshelves. Okay.
Been need to keep you waiting around.
I am regretting this decision. I've taken all the books I want to move and put them on the ground on a blanket. Don't worry, I am civilized. Trinkets over there, and I am exhausted. You would not believe how much time just doing this took. So I'm gonna take some time off. Clearly, my plan was foolproof, but it kind of went downhill and I failed. So tomorrow we are going to shelve these books. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh wait, why is it crooked? Oh my goodness. Look what I found. It's a Taylor Swift picture book. Okay? And it is adorable, okay? I have to give this to someone I love very much, because if I had this picture book when I was a child, my life would be completely different. It's so adorable. So I found this when I was book browsing for myself today. And it was super cheap too. Yes. I love it. So I have got a game plan. So this bottom shelf you cannot see, and this shelf here, they're going to be a romance. They're going to be romance. And this shelf right here is going to be fantasy. And up here, this shelf you can't see, is going to be classics. This bookshelf will be romance, fantasy, and classics. And that bookshelf over there, oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh, and literary fiction. I watched Sarah Crowley. I had a cold brew from Starbucks, so I'm feeling very pumped up, very ready to do this. Very different attitude than yesterday. So let's get started. Welcome to the bookshelf tour portion of this video. You know what? I still have energy, so clearly the Starbucks cold brew did its job. We're gonna do this bookshelf tour. I'm just gonna go other things. I'm gonna go over the genres. I'm gonna highlight my favorite books in the genre. I'm gonna highlight my book suggestions. Let's do this. Okay, so right here we have our children's literature shelf. So this is what I read between the ages of 9 and 12, like 2-3 years later, and I still love these characters, and they are really what made me love reading. This is my notebook collection. I have quite a few. There's some stickers, some journals, you know. I'm a journal girly. We have some Nancy Drew. Don't worry, this is just the beginning. If you watched my bookshelf tour last year, this is just the beginning. And I'm actually really happy with this shelf. I love how it turned out. So this is the Nancy Drew Files shelf. Believe it or not, there's like so many different types of Nancy Drew books. I really got into them when I was in my tween years. I love the Nancy Drew Files. I read them when I was like 10, 11, and 12. And Oh, they were everything. I just loved the drama. They were really short. I have read 90% of these, and they were always a good time. I remember that. And then these are just some odds and ends, like mystery books I kind of have. At the End of Everything, it's by the same author who wrote This Is Where It Ends. And this book is really good. It doesn't really fall under mystery necessarily. It's more like a thriller sort of book. But it's not necessarily a mystery. I don't know what it is. But it's really good. Oh, and Trouble Is a Friend of Mine is a bit of a mystery. It has like high school, like light high school drama, high school romance aspects. And it's so funny. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Okay. Here is the plethora of like Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, all that jazz. So Nancy Drew, I read these again as a very young child. My parents read them to me. I started reading them on my own once I could read. They were like my reading beginnings. My reading beginnings are right here, guys. These are Nancy Drew mystery stories. They're different. There are too many Nancy Drew sections, guys. But these are different. This is like, they're good. They're different. I can't explain it to people who aren't in the Nancy Drew universe, okay? This is a me thing. This is what I believe was the original Nancy Drew by Caroline Keene, but the characters have different names. And I think she wrote it before she wrote Nancy Drew and established the entire series, but I'm not sure. This copy, it's so old. It's collector's edition. I'm not like a huge like collector's edition girl, but this one is cute. Up here, you can see the top of my head. I'm not that tall. Anyways, up here we have, these are dystopian. This is nonfiction right over here. I do not have a lot, as you can tell. Just books on publishing and atomic habits because... And over here we got fantasy. Oh, also these light up. I'm a big fan of my fantasy books. I have the Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Catching Fire, Hunger Games series. The second book in ACOTAR, I thought it was the first book, okay? When I was a bookish newbie, I thought it was the first book. But it is not. Second and third book in the Shatter Me series. I have read Shatter Me and I have read half of Unravel Me. But I waited till I bought the copy and now I'm going to get through them. I'm so excited, Third Night Me. And over here, we had some books that didn't really fall into any of the categories, at least in my head, in my chaotic mind. The romance shelf. Actually, most of my romance is on the bookshelf beside my bed now. So this is just limited romance. This is a combination of YA books that are sort of in the romance category and adult romance. It's a little chaotic over here. The Unhoneymooners is just a great time. It's a great summery read. I haven't done my summer book recs. Oh my goodness, how was this not? If you guys will be interested in summer book recs. And I will make it, because I have some. I definitely have some. Better Than the Movies, which is amazing. I love that book. 5 Feet Apart. Oh my goodness, this book is going to break your heart into a million pieces. Okay, we have my library books right here. Please do not judge the amount of library books I have out at the moment. I'm going through something. At least I didn't buy them all, okay? Yeah, that's the bright side. I didn't buy them all. I got them from the library. Let's just hope I can read them all. And this is kind of our classic shelf. This is just short story collection, so that's not a classic. But these kind of are our classic, our Brothers Grimm retelling sort of things. Wrinkle in Time, Jane Eyre. I haven't read any of these books, which I am very disappointed in myself for. But I promise I will get to them. I have a lot of interest in reading them. I just haven't gotten to them yet. Okay, well, hello. Again. We have some space on these shelves for when new books come in, which honestly just excites me because I will be buying more books. This is not a complete series yet. We have The Graham Effect is coming out. I'm really chaotic today, guys. This is Off Campus series by L. Kennedy. I love the deal. It gives me a life. And the spin-off series, the Briar You series, is also here. And the other spin-off series, The Graham Effect, is coming out in September, and I am so excited. Then we have more room on this shelf because I'm planning to get the rest of the Binding 13 series, but I only have Johnny and Shannon's books right now. So right here, I have got my annotating supplies that I'm currently using. Some tea that is both functional and decoration. And the Emily Henry books I own. I do not have Happy Place here, but I will get it, I assure you. We have Ali Hazelwood books. We have Elena Armen's books. Love the Spanish love deception. We have Mariana Zapata. We love Mariana Zapata. Please ignore how bad this heart looks. We have some Sarah Adams, which I'm planning to get When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect next, so this will grow. And we also have The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I only have the Thirst book movie edition cover, so this will also grow. Now up here we have some fantasy, the Cruel Prince series, Bestow My Heart, Priory of the Orange Tree, which I am yet to read, but is on this month's TBR. We also have The Shadows Between Us, which I have read, and it is very good. These are some of my close to home fantasies. I feel like these are all pretty TikTok famous, if we're being honest. Yeah, they are. And that was my bookshelf tour. I'm really happy, especially with this shelf. I'm surprised I had this many books. I'm also surprised how long this takes. I never expected it to take this long, but it was a full 5-hour process. And it took 2 caffeinated Starbucks drinks to get through this. So thank you for being here. Thank you for carrying enough to watch me reorganize my bookshelves. Staying even though my appearance and hair have gotten worse and worse and worse throughout the video.
Girls, come down and clean out the kitchen.
I'm so excited to edit this video and to post it this Saturday and for you guys to see it. A little reminder, I have a Pinterest, an Instagram, a Goodreads. I will have a video coming next Saturday or maybe sooner. Maybe. We will see. Yeah, I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye.